Today I want to talk about food logging. If you are trying to gain weight, lose weight, if you're not logging, your body is pretty good at maintaining its weight. For my clients that want to put on muscle, they're amazed when they start logging their food. They're like, oh my goodness, I don't eat enough. Like I never realized. And for my clients that want to lose weight, they're also like, I had no idea how many calories were in a spoon of peanut butter. Calories are like, like a budget. You wouldn't go to the grocery store not knowing how much credit you had in your card or how much money you had in your bank, or not knowing how much any of the things in the store cost. You'd be like, how much is that? I need to know. How much money do I have? Well, eating without counting your calories when you're trying to adjust your weight is shopping without knowing the prices, without knowing how much money you have. You don't have to do it forever. You can just track your calories for 2 weeks because it's going to be so eye-opening. You'll never break out the jar of peanut butter again. You will never just pop open a can of almonds and just have a snack. You'll never do that again. Now that you know what they cost and calories, you'd be like, woo, too expensive, out of my budget. Basically, I need to eat my breakfast, lunch, and dinner before I can afford that snack. That snack costs too much. Have you had success in reaching your weight loss or weight gain goals without food logging? If you have, then I don't know why you're watching this, but chances are you probably haven't. If the answer is no, it's time to start logging your food. I don't care what you're doing in the gym. If you're not eating properly, it's not going to help you. Like, you're wasting your time. Yeah, you'll put on a little muscle. You might lose a little bit of weight. It's going to be completely inefficient though. You're not going to get the most bang for your buck. Your nutrition is a foundation. Like, don't hire a trainer and be like, I'm gonna get fit and I'm just gonna see my trainer twice a week and like not do anything with your nutrition. It's like, it takes more than that. You have to do the nutrition. Like, you have to take care of that. Logging is very important. Some people have proven that they can achieve their fitness goals without tracking their food, and that usually comes after months of logging their food, months or years, and then they can go on and they don't have to track it. But for those of you that aren't like that, you either have to decide to track your food and commit to it, or just choose not to achieve your fitness goals efficiently or 100%. Some traps to avoid. Please try to avoid using those pre-made recipes on MyFitnessPal. For instance, you go to your friend's house and they make you a BLT club, and you go on MyFitnessPal and you find BLT club and you find one, and it's like, okay, cool, BLT club. I had one BLT club. Do you know how varied the calorie count is on BLT clubs? Okay, I can make a BLT frickin' club with like 2 slices of thin white bread, tablespoon of mayonnaise, and some low-fat like ham and turkey and whatever, and some 1 strip of bacon that I had used microwaved and on a paper towel, so all the fat was sucked off of it. Okay, and then I can make a freaking BLT club with a nice healthy slather of mayonnaise and the 3 pieces of toast. Maybe I even butter the toast to make it taste better, and I got salami in there and some pepperoni and all the meats, and like the calorie content is so widely varied. Just don't even bother tracking it if that's how you're going to track it. You have to track the individual ingredients that the sandwich was made with. Like, you gotta, like, if you're making the BLT club at home, you go, okay, and you log in the bread and you log in the measured mayonnaise with a measuring spoon, and hold on. Measuring spoon. This is not a teaspoon. I mean, it is a teaspoon, but it's not a teaspoon when you're counting calories. This is, no. We do not, this. Go to the dollar store. They have these for $1. They have them cheap on Amazon. If you're my client, I will buy you a set if that's what it takes to get you to measure. And when you measure your peanut butter or your salad dressing or your mayonnaise, you take a butter knife, right? And you put the mayonnaise in here, and you take a butter knife and you go over the top so it's level, and that's a tablespoon. You'd be surprised at how you've been underestimating the mayonnaise and the peanut butters and all the nut butters and the, whoo. On the same token, this is a measuring cup, not a coffee cup, or I don't know, you'd be surprised the things people use and call it a cup. Measuring cups and spoons are important. Alright, back to the BLT. You measure the mayonnaise. You measure the meat. The package of deli meat you're using has probably a calorie count, or you can look it up per slice. Now, if you get thick slices, there's going to be more than if you had gotten thin slices. I highly recommend a scale. I'm going to put a link below to one that's really reasonable. If you're at home, if you're not at home, use the palm of your hand. This is about 4 to 6 ounces. I mean, obviously, if you're talking a thin slice of deli meat, no, that's not going to be but like for like a chicken or a steak or something. And then you want to measure the bacon, you know, how many strips and just whatever went into it, individual ingredients. Now, if you are eating at a restaurant or at a friend's house, hopefully, and if you're trying to lose weight, you're probably hopefully not ordering a BLT club because it's got mayonnaise and bacon on it. But say it's like, you know, you've been great for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you're starting to feel fatigued and you just want to go off on for one day and just eat something to kind of give yourself a little energy, just reset your motivation. Go with the higher calorie option. Go if you have to do that, go on MyFitnessPal, find the BLT club, and go with the one that has the most amount of calories. So there's going to be all kinds of options, and there's going to be one that says it's 250 calories for the whole BLT club, and you're going to want to, oh yeah, sure, that could happen in this universe. It's a possibility because it says that. No, don't. Wishful thinking doesn't lose weight. Your body keeps very accurate track. You can tell yourself whatever you want. Your body's like, 1,500 calories. So go with the higher option. You're gonna have one 250s, one for 500, there's gonna be one for 750s. Go with the one that says 900 calories, because that's probably what that stupid club has in it, with all the mayonnaise and the bacon and all. Same with like a hamburger or a hot dog. No, you go to a cookout. No, you don't log in. I had one hot dog and one hamburger, and it's like literally just tracking the patty, the hot dog itself and the patty. It's not counting the bun. It's not counting the ketchup and the relish and the mustard and the mayonnaise. You don't put mayonnaise on hot dogs, I hope. Ugh. Or the cheese sauce. You don't log a hot dog, one patty, one hamburger. I had a burger, and it's like literally logging one patty. No, you gotta count the bun and the condiments. When you log in one hot dog, they're literally, that's just the hot dog meat. Salad dressing. Bottle dressing's garbage anyway. It's garbage. Every single one in that, just use a measured tablespoon or half a tablespoon of good quality olive oil, and then like a balsamic vinegar. Vinegar and vinaigrette, nowhere near the same. Vinegar has like hardly any calories. Vinaigrette has loads of calories. But like a balsamic vinegar with your olive oil and some salt, and that's gonna make your salad taste good. But when you're getting into all these ranch dressings and all, even when the light dressings, they don't have like corn syrup, a bunch of sugar in them. I mean, it's better than the full, you know, calorie version, but why do you want to lose weight? You want to be healthy too, right? Like, you don't just give yourself garbage to help you, you know, achieve some aesthetic physique. Love yourself, love your body, like, take good care of it. It's your vehicle in life. Nuts and seeds. Portion those babies out. You'd be surprised at how little a serving is. Like 20 almonds, count them, put them in your hand. What? Yeah, they're healthy, but they're also super calorically dense. Healthy and helping me to achieve weight loss goals are not at all the same. It's like dogs and cats, like apple and oranges, night and day. You get that point, right? I could eat healthy and I could gain 2 pounds a week every week for the next 10 years until, you know, at some point I died, or I don't know. Healthy does not equal low calorie. There are so many super calorically dense, totally healthy foods. So to get healthy out of your mind as a free food because it'll help, you know, it's healthy. It's not low calorie. And nuts are in that category, and yes, they're healthy. Sure, they're healthy. Measure them, be sparing with them. Peanut butter is not a source of protein. I mean, it has some protein in it, but it's not a good protein source. And this myth is like so widespread. 4 ounces of chicken breast has 24 grams of protein, right? A serving of peanut butter has 7. So you have over 3 times as much in the chicken breast, except you're eating like literally like 4 ounces of chicken. You're eating, you're chewing, or you're gonna have one like little bit of peanut butter for that. Go with the chicken. If you're looking for healthy fats, you want to add in healthy fats. I mean, first priorities. Salmon, olive oil, not peanut butter. Peanut butter is not that great. Just get rid of that peanut butter. It's not going to help you achieve your calorie deficit goals whatsoever, and it's not some magical health wonder food either. It's meh. overrated. If you're like a peanut butter fiend, there's a place for it, sure. Measure it out, get your spoon, measure it out with a knife, and then spread it super thin over whatever you're having it with. It can fit. You can fit all these things into a well-balanced. You don't have to be fanatical, but it's just not one of those things that's gonna, make it easier for you to have that calorie deficit, that's all. Portion sizes. So, you go to a restaurant and you have a steak, and you go on MyFitnessPal. I had one steak. Look at the ounces on that thing. It's probably like 4 ounces, 6 ounces. Restaurants don't sell 4-ounce steaks. They're like 10 ounces. That steak was 10 to 12 ounces. It may have been a pound. If it was me, it would have been a pound. So make sure you're logging the appropriate ounces. And if you don't have a scale, well, they'll tell you on the menu. They brag about it on the menu. Like, oh, a 12-ounce New York sirloin. I mean, you can usually get that information from your server too. They know. People want to know. That's something they're trained to know, the answer to. Or look at your palm, because if you're a woman, this is about 4 ounces of protein. If you're a guy, it's probably gonna be about 6 because you have a bigger hand. 4 to 6 ounces, and that steak was about twice that, right? That steak was like that on the plate. If it's really hard for you to log your food as you go because you're out at dinner with friends or you cooked for your family, take a picture of your meal. Take a picture of your meal so that you can remember how much you had. I mean, ideally you measure it or whatever, but come on, we live in the real world and you're not always gonna have time to measure everything, but just take a picture of it. And before you eat dinner, here's the kicker. Before you have your last meal of the day, make sure you're logging in breakfast, lunch, and snacks, because that's gonna impact what you're eating on that last meal. It doesn't help you at all if you just keep a little notebook or notes in your phone or taking pictures of what you ate, and then you're like, I'll log it in the morning. I'll log it in after dinner. Well, how you gonna, it's too late after dinner. It's too late, you ate everything after dinner. Unless you're a weight gain client, fine. If you want to gain weight, log it in after dinner, and now you're like, oh shoot, well I better have a pint of coconut ice cream because I didn't hit my calorie goal. So that's a little easier, but if you want a calorie deficit, don't log it after dinner, because then, okay, after dinner you log it in, you're like, oops, I'm 600 calories over my goal today. Like, gotta log them as you go, or at least before dinner, and then you can adjust dinner. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have a mixing bowl of salad. I'm gonna have a mixing bowl of all the romaine and cucumbers and onion and all the things, and then it looks like I got a room for about 4 ounces of chicken breast. Looks like I'm not having that chickpea pasta tonight. Well, maybe we'll save that for tomorrow. There's lots more, but I think those are the tips that are gonna really help you as you get started logging your food. Comment below if there's anything that I missed. If you have any tips on what helps you log food, comment below. Or if you have any questions about any of this, comment below. I want to help you. If you're watching this because you're on a fitness journey and you don't know what the heck AIP is, it's Autoimmune Protocol. Reduces inflammation in people with autoimmune disease, can reverse all the symptoms. So if you have autoimmune disease, look into it, watch more of my videos. If you want more AIP compliant recipes, I put one out on Patreon every single month. $2 and up patrons get access to all the back recipes. There's years of back recipes there. There's all kinds of good recipes that are not available to the general public. Pick up a copy of my cookbook, AIP Game Changers. There's 20 of my all-time best recipes in there. I hope to see you soon, and until then, be healthy.